As we get married, we press gas. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Baby making. Paul, you really are, you're bad ducks. Hi neighbors, welcome back to part 3 of How We Met. There will be no part 4, but we said, you know what, we need to just end the story on a high and take it through to marriage where everything culminated.
Well, in a sense, the fact is the story is ongoing. The story always continues. So what we want to do by popular demand, since you guys have asked for it, is to take you up to the point. We've already looked at how it started, so we're going to discuss in this video how it's going.
So if you are watching this as the first video for the How We Met series, there have been 2 videos released already that will drop up top here. How We Met part 1 and part 2, and then you can come back to this video. If you're new here, join the neighborhood, subscribe, like the video and share with somebody. So they can be encouraged, or just, you know, watch it for entertainment, because I hear that we're kind of silly, so
You silly.
Let's just get straight into it, guys. When we told people we're getting married, it was, you know, as with everything else in our story, it was a bag of mixed feelings. Some were excited. I think the most common feeling though was surprise. There are persons who were close to us at church and so who knew.
Yeah.
Everybody didn't know. But the timeline, so we started dating January 2015, and we would have decided to get married by March 2016.
Yeah. So
that's a year and 3
some
months. Which again would be for some people, whoa,
yeah,
this timeline is really quick.
Yeah.
Actually would have been thinking, you guys sure they don't want to do it?
Yeah, we did have a few people asking if we were really sure that we wanted to
rush
get
into
married.
it also.
Yes, because some people, I guess, would have just thought that we were going too fast.
Right.
But for us, we were clear that we wanted to be together. And also, in my case, I looked at it that this is the best relationship I had ever been in. There were so many boxes that I was able to tick off after getting to really know Paul. So it was automatic for me to say, yes, married.
Okay, married and done.
Married and done.
For me, as I said, in part 2, you saw where she gave me the ultimatum. So I was like, you know,
Bring on it.
Yeah. So for my mother, no, you know, Norma Reed is the exciting, you know, extra energetic reaction person, right? She actually met Tina on a hospital bed.
Yes.
For the first time when she was recovering from cancer.
By then we had gotten engaged.
Right.
And I went with Paul right after she came out of surgery to the hospital, and that's where I met the effervescent Norma Reed.
I think she had a short time to form her impressions of Tina.
Yeah.
And as time grew, she was able to, I mean, right now, Tina and my mother are probably closer than, no, let me not say closer, but just as close as I am. There are things that Tina will be telling me that about my mother that I don't recall having a conversation with her because she only told Tina. And so they are very close now, and
she's one of my best friends. I can say without hesitation that she's one of my best friends, and that happened even before we got married. We developed a very close relationship.
She was behind us everywhere we went for the planning.
Everywhere. We will give her the opportunity to give her account of how she felt about me and Paul being together and getting married, the kind of concerns that she would have had, the kind of reservations that she might have initially had, and how she currently feels.
Those concerns were kind of quelled because we ensured that we went to premarital counseling, something that we really valued, and it helped to expose and, you know, just allow us to talk about certain contentious issues.
So we were dating, as you guys know, during this time. Well, it was beyond dating. We had been through a courtship, and we had this argument like a day before we were to go to premarital counseling. It came up because I was not comfortable with a friendship that Paul had with, it was a female friend. We couldn't come to an agreement because Paul was like, "But what's wrong with having a female friend?" You know? And I was like, "Yeah, but we're getting married now, so I just feel like certain friendships, male-female friendships, there is just the potential for them to go very, very wrong." We just never like it. The evening before, you know, it ended up into this, with me not being happy with him at all, and him not being happy.
That's our argument. I don't know what you're talking about. That's how arguments work.
We'll go premarital counseling. We'll go counseling the next day.
Listen, hear the problem. Hear the
Well,
problem.
I don't tell him.
Hear the problem.
Let me
Hear the
tell him,
problem.
finish tell him now. All right, go on.
I'm not girly, so you know the song when they say young boy too girly.
Yeah, you just a flash it round the world. Eh?
No. I'm
You
not
never
girly.
flash nothing around
It's
no
all
world.
friends, so I know where I stand. But I guess there was some ambiguity, you know, and Tina never like a way.
Past experiences and so on have a lot to do with how we feel about things like that, and we have to be mindful of how the other person feels. And I think that was basically what it came down to. Paul understood at that point, or at least eventually, how I felt about this relationship, friendship that he had with this other person, and that I wasn't comfortable with him doing these friendly things that I just wasn't cool with. And so he stopped hanging out with that friend.
In other words, she win the argument.
The wedding was on a beautiful morning on the 30th of December 2016 in the misty blue mountains. Yeah.
It was a lovely day. It was a Thursday or Friday?
It was a Friday.
It's a Friday.
Yeah.
Why I feel like it was a Thursday?
No, man, it was a Friday. It was a Friday because I love Fridays. Who doesn't love Fridays?
You know, for a couple of years after the wedding, I thought we were married on the 31st. And you remember that? I think I wanted to get married on the 31st.
I think, why didn't we get married on the 31st? I think because that would have been watch night, and our church friends would have had. They would have had difficulty being. Jesus.
That's a bumblebee or a bee.
I don't know what that is. That don't look like a regular bumblebee.
What the hell?
It's following us. Ah! Paul.
You got it? Where is it? Are you sure it's dead?
That was close.
Wow. Anyway, right. Where were we?
Nice place. I had my doubts about the location because of the amount of rain that was falling days before.
Yeah, but
landslides on the road and all that.
But it was a beautiful morning. The rain did come down in the afternoon though.
Mm-hmm.
By the time, actually, right as the ceremony finished, the rain came
when we're
down.
taking pictures, yes, we're getting wet.
Yeah. But it was otherwise lovely. Then now, we got to take up ourselves, decide that we are going to catch a movie after our wedding.
Not just any movie. It was like a fighting.
It was an action movie.
Action, gun, beat up.
Sword movie.
Sword fighting movie. Stupidest thing. What the hell we were doing? And then that never worked out because we were so tired. We fell asleep.
We fell asleep like 10 minutes into the movie. and end up waking up during intermission and left.
Yeah, I would just went home and
Yeah, we're getting into that. All right,
Moving
our
on.
wedding night. So one word. So we're going to shout out at the same time.
what the wedding night was.
What an adjective that describes our wedding night. So after 3. 1.
Hold on, I don't think I'm over it.
Okay. So ready when you're ready.
Alright, ready?
1, 2,
Two,
3.
three.
I
No,
know
so-
what?
So we're gonna say the wedding night was.
No, just the word. All right. So Miko said the wedding night was, and then we said the word.
Alright.
So the wedding night was
Intense.
anointed.
What? Anointed? Okay.
Yeah. So I know you said intense. True.
I want to change my word now.
You want to change your word?
Yes.
Okay. After 3, our wedding night was.
Amazing.
Couldn't even come out.
Where's your word?
My word was going to be supernatural, but I don't know, it couldn't come out of my mouth.
Alright, moving on.
Yeah, we won't say any more about that. So our honeymoon was gifted to us by a wonderful friend, and we spent our honeymoon at Melia Bracco Village in Bracco, Trelawney.
Right, before Falmouth.
Yeah, just before I get to Falmouth.
Got the call actually a day after we got married
Yeah.
that we have 2 nights, 3 days at the hotel. So just go home, pack our bags, and headed down or up to the north coast.
Yeah.
All excited, and that was a wonderful experience.
That was great. That was just great.
Nice place.
Yeah.
The architecture is her kind
I
of thing.
love that
I
kind of
really like
architecture.
that kind of
Love it.
old, thatchy.
Colonial.
No,
It's colonial.
yeah, slavery days thing. I really like those kind of stuff. But she loved it. They had fake sand, but it was a good thought.
It was fake sand?
Yeah, man. The sand was very rough. But apart from
Other
that, the food was
than that,
nice.
yeah.
They had a lovely steak at one of the restaurants there, and it was. I mean, if you want to make the call again, my phone is right here. Available this weekend, next weekend. Make it happen, guys.
Our first year of marriage. It was fun. It was exciting. I liked it. How would you describe our first year of marriage?
It was what first year of marriage is. It's an adjustment period.
Yeah.
Toilet tissue come out, roll down or under. Over, under.
Constantly telling him to put the toilet seat down.
Realizing that the chores thing is not as simple as going to marital counseling and saying, okay, yes, I don't mind chores, but actually doing it is a different thing.
Yeah. We had all of the regular struggles that newlyweds would have during that first year of marriage. We were trying to conceive because we had a window working with, and so we were basically going to see if we could. We were.
She's pretty it up.
Gosh.
As we get married, we press gas, and we were going one direction. Zoom, baby making phase. I don't know what she's prettying up, guys. So
There are church people watching.
woo! So we get married, and we were not skirting around the issue,
Yeah.
and we were trying to make a baby.
Right.
And long story short, we thought we were having problems after, let's say, 9 months. Thought we were having problems, and
Went to see a specialist.
not for the specialist say though. Went for a checkup.
Yeah, went
A routine checkup.
went to a gynecologist, obstetrician.
Who is a specialist, but we weren't consulting him on that level.
But we went there, since we were there, we just
We asked a couple of questions, and he said basically if nothing happens by 1 year, which would have been our anniversary, December 2017, come back in January. And we were prepared to come back in because in our minds nothing would have happened.
Yeah. And we're trying real hard. My mom tell you I try real.
I don't know why she put it that way again, but okay. So we went on our first anniversary in December, and we were touring, or did an Airbnb anniversary.
We're touring South Coast.
Right, so we went to Treasure Beach, almost died at Pelican Bar, and we then went to Mandeville.
Yes.
Then we ended at
Runaway Bay.
North Coast, Runaway Bay. And by the time we got to Mandeville, Tina, I was like, yo, Tina look fat. Why she look so? Her face looks so fat. But you know, you can't really say them thing there. In your mind, like, it's just like a question. You can't really say to your wife, you look actually looking puffy or gaining weight. I wasn't thinking about no pregnancy. But then, by the time we got to Piper's Cove,
which was our next stop on the trip.
Right, we realized that she was late. The long and short of it is that we were pregnant, and we got the news basically at the time
by our first anniversary.
Right, so
yeah.
we're ringing in the new year. It was a happy new year.
Happy. And basically 7 weeks later, or 5 weeks later I should say, we found out that we're having twins.
2. I was worried actually that it was one of my problems, because clearly she had a child before. I was saying, boy, Paul, you really are, you're bad ducks. So I was like, no man, can't believe this come reach me, you know. But thank God, two babies one time, twins.
Yeah.
2016, they were born in August.
Yeah.
Leila and Zahra.
Yeah.
And by April 2021, which is this year,
we had our second set of twins.
Ava
so
and Eden.
That is 4 babies in the space of 4 years.
4 years, right.
In the space of 4 years. Look at God, people. Look at God. So since we've been married, those 4 years, we have evolved like any married couple would evolve. How has our age factored into our relationship? I would say not at all.
I would agree. We don't even think about it. It's not even, I can't even say top of mind. It's nowhere in mind.
Yeah.
When you think about just how we relate.
So during our courtship and during that 1 year plus that we were in a relationship, our experiences taught us a lot in terms of how best to relate to each other. And I think it was God's leading and direction. You know, I really think it was the Holy Spirit that was teaching me submission, that was teaching me how to relate to Paul, to learn to respect him, and to learn to submit to his authority as my husband. And I think he also learned how to love me, how to provide for me during that time as well. And we continue that into marriage. Our relationship is based on that. It has nothing to do with the fact that, oh, I'm older and more senior, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
I defer to him as the leader of our family. I defer to him as my head. And that is because that is what the Bible instructs, and that is what it works best. It works beautifully. You know, you sometimes have a little rebellious and strong-headedness as a previous independent woman. But it works.
One way I think the marriage has evolved is for sure with children. So moving from having a certain degree of freedom in year 1, where we were
more spontaneous.
I mean, we could have gone on a vacation for a weekend.
We could go anytime we wanted.
That's like trying to figure out how that would work out now is so logistically challenging. It just stopped after 2 minutes. It's just like, you know what, it's not going.
Forget it. This stage won't last forever, and we will have more, you know, one-on-one daytime in the No.
We'll have more children. You remember the burning bush with Moses? I would have to have a burning bush experience where I'm seeing a mango tree in fire and it not getting consumed, and I hear the voice of God
say, have
more children, my son. Have more children.
I would have to have that experience. the quiverful thing never say is 5 or whatever, but I think when the Bible say you have a quiverful, this pretty much looks like it in 2021.
Yes.
I'm pretty
For
sure.
us, for sure.
Yeah, so
Yeah, for us.
but I think that's a good way to end our story. There will be no part 4. But what we will be doing is the point of this channel. We'll continue to share our experience that God has brought us through, and for it to be some inspiration to you. I think this How We Met series, we can call it a day here. So
Yeah.
we'll show you how it started and how it's going. Remember to share the video, like it if you reach this far. Oh gosh man, give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to the neighborhood, subscribe.
So until next time, enough love and blessings.
And big up from me and my host. Yo, this not good done.